you're going through something really bad right now, I think the worst part of it is actually feeling that it would never end. And I know sound kind of cliche right now, but it would end, and everything, the feeling of being desperate and feeling that, you know, you feel overwhelmed and worried, and you would not care that much, in 2 months. I was speaking to my friend, and I was going through breakup kind of, and I was really bad. I felt really, fucked up, and I was speaking to him, and I was like, I feel like this is gonna last forever, and I'm not gonna love again. And he said me like, call me in 2 months, like text me, or like let me know how do you feel in 2 months. And I was like, how? So I'm thinking about it a lot, like lately, and I think it actually makes sense. So if you are able to give yourself those 2 months, um, just give it them to you, and you can do whatever you want. And I think like the most important thing is realize why are you sad, and what makes you feel that way, and what this sadness is trying to tell you, kind of, because we are so used to like see sadness as a bad emotion. We don't really, it's something negative that we don't really like kind of try to come up with the reason why we feel sad. And that's the point, that for example, like, I don't know, failure makes me sad, or it sounds basic, but for different people it's like different things. And for something like breakup may hurt one type of people with certain amount of, I don't know, negativity and being sad. But you know it's really personal, and I think it's about figuring out what hurts you and what makes you feel sad the most, so you can kind of maybe not avoid, but you'll at least be prepared for it. So you just have this possibility, weird one, of course, I know, weird possibility to get to know yourself from other side, and experiencing new things. It's what we're not like easy, never, they have never been. And I think it's important to also know you're doing a great work, even though it may not feel like that. But when you're being sad and you're carrying this kind of burden with you, that actually makes everything less worthy and less positive and bright. That actually hurts, and that's actually a lot of work, and you're going through a lot right now. And you just have to kind of like not disregard and be grateful for those feelings. Even I know it sounds bad, but I like to believe that the worse the sadness is, the more growth you receive in the end. So you may think about it also, because there, you would not see a rainbow without rain before. And of course there's some really really nice things waiting for us in our future. So maybe the things will be more bright and better if we would if we will experience this sadness or whatever. Or like, it could be everything. Usually it's not really sadness, it may be like, usually it is a mix of emotions that you cannot really like define. So we just say sadness, even though it's not always only sadness. Maybe you should not should be like, you may just sit and write everything on paper, like really what kind of emotions do you feel. So maybe like anger, like scare maybe, or sadness, but nostalgia and all of those things. And maybe if you will come up with this paper version of how do you feel, it will make it easier for you. So yeah, and I think, please don't forget to surround yourself with right people, and people who really understand you and who you can trust. It's always better to have know people around you than people you don't really trust. So mm, just just keep holding, and it's always nice to experience new things even though they may not feel good, because there are so many things that actually are good and bad in one. So you cannot really tell is it a good experience or bad, but the truth is they're not bad experience. So whatever you're going through will make more sense in future, even though you may not really rationalize it now.